Alright, let's see if this shit's working.
And
Hey, it's working. I think it's working. Hey, it's working. Alright. Let's make sure this sound's coming
I
through.
guess it's getting pretty late.
I think it's working. Hey, it's working. Alright. Let's make sure this sound's coming through.
I guess it's getting pretty late.
I think it's working. Okay, well, since it is working, then I guess the best thing that we can do is just start rocking and rolling then. But, yeah, I haven't really ever gone live before, so this is kind of a weird experience, but, I just wanted to come on here because I did the Sarah Boone case. I talked about Sarah Boone maybe 2 weeks ago, and the case itself is just wild. In the whole case, like all the details, the way that George died, the story that Sarah has made up, and then the defense that she has going into the trial is just wild. Not only that, but I mean, we just got to the trial. It's been 4 years since the trial, like since things started. So, like, I don't know how else to explain it other than she's a difficult defendant. Like, she's gone through 8 attorneys up till this point. And the only reason she even has an attorney right now is because she posted this like wanted ad for an attorney to please somebody help represent me. And she, blew that up, and people like the Law and Crime Network, Court TV, they all, of course, blew that up, and that was a huge story for them. And when they did that, this guy James Owen comes out of the freaking shadows and is her knight in shining armor. And I gotta say, like, I didn't know what to think about this James Owen guy, but I like the fact that he does believe that everybody should have representation, especially in a murder case. Like what, how are you supposed to represent yourself? Although I will, just as a quick aside, just a spoiler alert, my next case I'm doing is a pro se defendant, and pro se defendant means they're representing themselves, and that is Quentin Nixon. So I'm looking forward to talking about him. His case is crazy, and even before stopping in to do this live stream, I was listening to his trial, just familiarizing myself with everything. It's just such a crazy story. It's one of those things where it's all he said, she said, so you have no effing clue what the actual truth is. And those kind of cases always just intrigue me so much because I want to just analyze the shit out of it so I know what do I even believe. But so I don't know. What I was thinking about was I did this Sarah Boone case, and then not 2 weeks later, like the same week and then the following week, the trial actually finished up, and she was found guilty. But there's some crazy things that happen in the trial that kind of allude to things that I talked about in my video, things that I thought might have happened but didn't have any real proof. And so I got more proof of some of those things in watching some of the follow-ups and watching the trial. And so just kind of crazy stuff. But the video I've got right here is Sarah Boone actually like detailing how she put George into the suitcase, because like I believe this entire time, like there's no way that he just got in this suitcase and zipped himself in. Like, first of all, the zipper's only on the outside, and second of all, who would ever do that to themselves? No human being on the planet would zip themselves into a suitcase. It just doesn't make any sense. So I was super under the belief that she had something to do with him getting in the suitcase, or my actual belief was that he was hiding in the suitcase during their quote-unquote hide-and-seek game, and while they were hiding, he hid in the suitcase, but he just flapped it over. And it sounds like that's what happened, but I figured we'd just play this video and just go through some of her testimony, and then I'll just kind of talk about it as we go. But I don't know. It's a super crazy case, and her defense in this case is self-defense. It's the battered spouse defense. And I don't know, like it's unfortunate that she was found guilty, because I think she had pretty valid points, especially after seeing some of the abuse that she went through with George Torres. I don't know. I saw a video previously to all this that was talking about how George smashed this TV in their house. And I had all these videos, but I can't get them onto my computer. And I really don't want to waste all your guys' time, like, cycling through other videos. So, but regardless, the video of George smashing this TV was pretty intense. Like, he said that it was a TV that her ex-husband would come over and work on because the TV was for their kid, and Sarah and her ex shared a son, and they would split custody. And when their son was over, he loved watching TV videos, typical kid shit. And I guess, yeah, I'm live. Yay. Wait, who is this? Is that you, Annie? I think it is Annie. I just can't see the thumbnail. It's so small. But yes, I am live. I wasn't sure how to go live. I've still just been like toying with the idea in my head. And then this case just like happened, and she just got found guilty. And so I thought it'd be a good way to go live, just to like follow up the video I made about it. So here I am. It's me. And I am alive. And doing really well, I guess. I don't know. Life is kind of crazy right now, to be honest. But yeah, I don't know. It is you, Annie. I should have known. You're the only person that would be super stoked about me going live, because you're the live queen. 100% the live queen. But yeah, Kim and I have been going through some shit. She might be dealing with ovarian cancer, so it's kind of like been a hard couple of months, honestly. But I don't know. I'm still job hunting. I might have a job prospect actually working at a recovery center, which would be super, super cool for me, right up my alley. And it'd be like a 3-day-a-week job, so I'd still be able to do my YouTube stuff, and that made me kind of happy. So we'll see how that goes. Hopefully that's in the works. But that's just a little piece about what's going on with me. And yeah, I know. Just like Kim out of nowhere when we moved, lost like 45 pounds. And it was definitely startling, but she wasn't able to get into the doctor for like 2 or 3 months. So we were like, well, we'll just wait and see what the doctor says, I guess. And then when he saw her, he's like, yeah, that is pretty concerning. I want to get you in to do some CT scans. So she went in for some scans, and yeah, they found a couple of masses. They found one big mass on her right ovary, and then when she went in for a future ultrasound, they found another mass on her left ovary. So I know, it's insane. And like the even weirder part is like my stepmom just went through this, and like tons of younger girls are going through this whole ovarian cancer thing. So my question is like, what's in the food? What's in the water? What the fuck is going on? Something's going on, because all these young girls are getting hit with these like intense ovarian cancerous issues. So I don't know. Very weird, very scary. And I'm not a great support. I'm learning. I don't know how to be supportive to somebody who's dealing with that. It's kind of a hard position to be in, but I'm doing my best, and I'm learning every day how to be a better support system. So yeah, fuck, I don't know. It's crazy. She's handling it pretty well, and the doctor seems hopeful that he could probably take it out with surgery, but we just got to take it one step at a time pretty much, because I don't know, it just seems like they're like, yeah, we've got this, we've got a stat on this, meaning it's supposed to be going quickly and happening fast. And fast in the medical world and fast in my world are definitely different, I've realized. Yeah, thank you. I appreciate that, Annie. You know, we still pray. We pray to the universe. We just pray to the universal consciousness. But yeah, no, I appreciate that. We will take all the love we can get. That's for sure. And I think the best now is that we've been in a positive mindset. Like, Kim's been real scared and kind of like sad about everything, but yeah. Oh, I guess one of the good things about me, like, I don't know, this is another instance where I like truly see the universe working for me as opposed to against me. And like, I hated working at Enterprise, and so they fired me. And Enterprise fired me, which allowed me to get unemployment. And so when I got unemployment, I was also able to qualify for like Medicaid and other things like that, since I'm not working during this period. And since I qualified for Medicaid, I applied for me and Kim and Bodhi. And Bodhi's already covered through Kim, like has been for a while. But Kim actually got covered through my claim that I just put in. So she's actually using Medicaid for everything. So it's not costing us anything, straight up. That's what I'm saying. Like, so I was just like, I don't know, like the universe, it felt like I was getting fucked for a minute. But at the end of the day, like, it's, in order for things to completely change in your life, sometimes it has to feel like your life is falling apart so that you can rebuild it in a new way. And so I feel like that's probably what's been going on for the last 3 months for me. And so that's where I'm at now. But it also gave me a good 6-month stretch to really buckle down and like focus on this YouTube grind, figure this shit out, figure out what I want to do with YouTube, and figure out how I can help others the best with my YouTube channel. So I don't know. This is where I'm at. And then now, like I said, I might be working in a recovery center, which would be literally the most perfect job opportunity for me. Like, it doesn't pay what I'd like, but does any job pay what we want? No, it doesn't. It pays us the bare fucking minimum. But it at least would be something like relative to like my YouTube journey, to my personal life. It'd be something that I don't think I would lose interest in. God, the Enterprise days. You remember me going live at Enterprise? Literally, that was one of the reasons I got fired, was for going on social media and like fucking around at work. But when you just don't give a shit, like, what do you expect, you know? Yeah, I think it'd be an awesome job. And the thing with like the recovery centers is I've been looking at recovery center jobs for like, well, the last 6 months that I've been unemployed. And I've been looking at other jobs too, like video editing and marketing, which is my main, that's like my degree and shit. But I was looking at recovery center jobs, but they all require like a master's degree and like other shit. So I was like, I don't know if I'll qualify for anything, but I still would apply. And then, of course, oh, hell yeah, I'm glad I was able to help. I felt bad that I couldn't help more. Like, honestly, that was such a crazy fucking situation, seriously. But I actually have a friend who used to work at this recovery center, and even more kind of like tied to my personal life. This recovery center sends a lot of people to the recovery group that I'm a part of. And so the only reason I even know about this recovery center is because of the people that joined our recovery group from that rehab center. So it kind of ties in to my life a little bit. And then the friend of mine, his wife is actually the hiring manager. So it might be like a shoe-in kind of a thing. And so I don't know. Yeah, I'm excited about it. And like I said, it doesn't pay what I'm looking for, but it would give me more time to focus on my YouTube grind, which is really where I want to be grinding. So that's where I'm at. And that's what's going on with me. Today's filming day for the We Subscribe channel. If you guys don't know what We Subscribe is, then you should probably check it out at We Subscribed on YouTube and all other social platforms pretty much. But today's filming day, so my brother's going to be down. We're going to be making a Halloween-themed video today. My idea is, and maybe you can help me with this idea, like refining it, we're going to be handing out subscriptions to kids instead of candy. So that's the premise of the video. Not really sure how it's going to unfold. Grind. Yeah, dude, I feel like Tony Hawk's Pro Skater right now. I'm just grinding my ass off. But I don't know. I'm having fun with it, that's for sure. And the only thing I'm not liking right now is seeing my videos not do well. Like, when you have a video hit 40K, did you see that video, Annie? I don't know if you've been watching any of my true crime stuff, because I'm not sure if you're into the true crime thing, but I have that one video about fucking, what's her name? That girl, Macy Lathers, and she was she lives in Miami, and she was high on pink cocaine. So I was thinking, like, maybe it'd be a good thing for me to do a story on this. And as I was doing it, I realized that she lives near Diddy. And so I was like, holy fuck, maybe she had something to do with Diddy. So that video blew up, like literally exploded. And the video right before that exploded. I know, subs instead of candy. Isn't that a hilarious idea? That was actually my brother's idea. He's a freaking content genius. Let's see if this looks good. Okay, cool. Since I'm not really talking about that video, I'll just expand this fucking video. Yeah, the pink cocaine shit. I was like, man, I want to try some pink cocaine. That sounds sick. But I don't really do that stuff anymore. So, yeah, I know. It happened overnight. Well, that's how, when I was looking at your channel, I was like, holy shit, your live streams pop off so hard. But that Wade Wilson video, I was like trying to choose like all these story ideas for a long time that would be like not so well known stories, and try and, be the only one doing it so that people, if they did search for it, I'd be like the only one they'd find. But it doesn't work that way. It's like weird. You have to do it the opposite way. So my girl was like, why don't you try doing a popular story? And I'm like, but everybody's fucking doing Wade Wilson. Everybody and their grandma's talking about Wade Wilson. Not realizing that that's exactly what I should be doing. Like, everybody and their grandma's talking about Wade Wilson, so that's what everybody's wanting to look at and watch. Even if they've seen 100 videos, they're still watching them. So I was like, all right, fuck it. I'll do the Wade Wilson thing. And when that one popped off, I was like, oh shit, I need to stay on top of trends, and I need to stay on top of what's happening in the true crime world. And so I started to do that, and the next one blew up. The Diddy one just like took off. That was freaking insane. And I feel like I'm the only one putting that connection together. So I don't know, I felt like really cool about that video. But since then, my videos have been struggling, and that's a really hard thing to, I hate following trends because I'm literally a hipster. I do the exact opposite of following trends. I don't follow trends. I go against trends. But I definitely think that following the trends in the true crime world has been helpful. And I just got to figure out what I need to do to get these future videos to pop off. So I don't know. But the last one I did, that Esteban Carpio one, was super interesting. That shit was wild to me. And this case I'm about to focus on this week is about this guy named Quentin Nixon. He's representing himself in a murder case, and it is super interesting. Like, I really have no idea what I believe at this point. It's kind of a mystery. And even though we know exactly who killed him or who killed this girl, but the mystery of what actually happened and whether it was self-defense or not is just so crazy to me. And this guy he's crushing it representing himself. And so I've been chatting with one of his homies on Facebook, trying to get some more like inside intel, but so far nothing. So I'm trying to get better about my research methods and how I can get like information that other people don't have, shit like that. That was the other thing I was looking at, is jobs in like journalism, because I've been really enjoying doing all this research and learning about these cases, and I thought journalism would be cool. Yeah, I know. It really is hard to know what's going to work and what's not. And I feel like more often than not, my shit flops. And like the weird thing lately is like, all of my shorts videos have been flopping until maybe yesterday. Like yesterday, I posted one that wasn't even that good and it took off for no reason. And then I hit 666 subscribers. I've been waiting for that moment, and I was hoping it would happen on Halloween, but it happened a little sooner, which was kind of sick anyways. But yeah, I don't know. Yeah, Annie, your channel has been popping off for a while now. I love how successful you are, and I love that. I mean, it's hard to stay away from TikTok. I get that. I've had to go back to TikTok. In fact, I had to go back to my shop that I originally started with, the Dad's General Store shop. And I was trying to repurpose it for my YouTube account and all that. But because I've unlinked that account from getting banned so many times and like done so many like fucky shit to that stupid account, it now is basically, number one, I'm permanently suspended. And TikTok said, yeah, you're permanently suspended. Sorry, have a great life. They said, you can, however, start a new channel and just build up your following all over again. You can do it all over. Fuck you, TikTok. Literally hate TikTok so much. Yeah, but yeah, that's what I'm realizing is that it's a good way to get people. It's a good way to push your stories out further. And there's people like my girl who don't watch YouTube. The only reason she watches YouTube is because of me. So if she didn't, she's always on TikTok. Even though she talks how much she hates TikTok, she talks about how much I hate TikTok, even though she herself hates TikTok and like the direction that it's going. Like even just like the videos on there, they're just not the same. And she doesn't enjoy watching them as much. And like everything's so political now. So I don't know. And the other thing I don't like about TikTok is when I'm doing my research for my true crime cases, there is so much misinformation on TikTok. YouTube, you will likely get misinformation as well, but not nearly to the extent that you're getting it on TikTok. I have seen literally people fusing in multiple different court cases into a single video, making you think that one thing happened with a certain court case, but it fucking didn't. And that shit is annoying. Like, you're intentionally spreading misinformation for views, and that is not cool because the whole purpose of this shit is to inform people, spread awareness, spread like help activism, like help people become aware of the fact that this shit causes crime or crimes are caused by this, or awareness so that you can speak up when you see some shit going down. But when you're getting all this bullshit information that's just made up just to get views and clicks and like clickbait you into clicking on their video, like it's so dumb because people are so gullible and people are so stupid they will believe anything they see online. And if they don't do their fact checking, like I'm here knee deep in facts, and when I'm looking for a specific fact or a specific set of information and I see this bullshit that contradicts all these facts that I know are not true, or it's not even it has nothing to do with the court case I'm even talking about, like it's just frustrating, man. And it's so dumb. Yeah, and it's really bad on TikTok. Like you don't get that same level of information, like misinformation on YouTube. In fact, I find I get a lot of information on YouTube. In fact, most of the court cases, I get a lot of my research from YouTube, and then a lot of articles, new stuff. And then I've been trying to like personally request actual records, but God, I swear. And they just believe it. Yeah, no one fact checks. They just believe it. And like people will even comment like, wait, I'm confused. I don't understand what's going on here. And like other people below will be like, oh yeah, they just fused multiple court images or like court videos into one video to make it seem like it all happened in the same court case, but it didn't. And it's like, what? This is a thing? People do this shit? So you can count on me for not doing that shit. I want to present as factual of evidence. I want to present the case as like objectively as possible. And I also just want to raise awareness about the fact that most of the time when people struggle with addiction, the reason that they get sober is because they fucked up, and it's usually a big fuck up. And sometimes they kill people, and that's what they did when they fucked up. So I don't know, like I got lucky that I didn't kill anybody when I fucked up, but I was close to it. So I mean, I'm just trying to help people out there that are struggling with addiction realize that this shit is serious sometimes. And I don't know what the stats I read. In fact, I should get more stats on this, but I think it was like more than 50%, like almost 60% of crimes have some sort of substance abuse piece to them. So, I mean, that's good for my channel because that means I ain't going to have no shortage of cases. And I haven't been doing as much music lately, though. That's been my only, I've had to like choose, like, do I want to do music or do I want to do the true crime thing? So, yeah. Hey, that's what I like, because that's what I do. I put all my podcasts that I listen to on in the background and listen to them in my AirPods while I'm doing shit. I used to do that while I was at work even, so I would just listen to podcasts while I was working. So that's my goal. That's why I don't really put a whole lot of like value into the theatrics of the video, because most of the time, if you're listening to an hour-long episode and you're just sitting there watching it, I don't know. Like, most people aren't doing that. Most people are going to be listening to it. So that's why I was just like, I'm just going to do, I don't know, I'm going to try and focus more on my storytelling abilities. I feel like they're finally starting to improve. I say less, and I have to edit them out less, which is funny. But I love just stopping in on your lives, Annie. Occasionally I'll just see that you're live, and I'm like, I'm just going to stop in and see what the fuck she's talking about. It's always funny. Always cracks me up. Seriously, so funny. Oh, man. Oh, did you, Annie, thanks for your always support. I don't know how else to put this, but, like, you have been my OG original fan, and the thing about you is that I thought that you hated me when we first met because you met me on Saul's page, and I was, like sarcastically talking shit about, what was her name, Lena, and I thought that you hated me, and I actually thought you reported me. I was like, this fucking bitch reported me. No fucking way. I hate this girl. And then I realized I actually love this girl. So, angry men in my lives. Yeah, well, you are, I mean, you're on the other team, so, I mean, I don't know. We're just angry because you're on the other team mostly. That's probably what it is. I don't know. That's just a guess. Yeah, why do you have so many angry men in your life? Men are just angry. That's like the one emotion we show the most, the best, always, regularly, consistently. I get angry a lot. In fact, Kim's number one complaint about me is that I'm getting angry all the time. I've had to really well, my medication wasn't helping, but dude, you and your family mean so much to me, Annie. Seriously, I literally just, I love that we still keep in touch. One of these days, we're actually going to meet in person and give each other a hug. It's going to be phenomenal. And then, yeah, I don't know. I had so much fun on TikTok. I'm actually sad that I'm not on TikTok anymore. I used to really enjoy my time on TikTok. If it wasn't for the fact that TikTok sucks so much, I would have still. Yeah, that's probably true. I don't know. My brother's type, his romantic, sexually attractive type is lesbians. We always joke about it because we met this girl and she definitely, I was like, that girl could put you in the yucklebuck, bro, because that's what my dad always says. But she was like a very masculine energy. She tatted all up. She had tattoos all over her arms. But she works at my vet, my cat's vet, and they all only deal with cats. But she emanates lesbian energy, like she just does. She may not be, but she emanates lesbian energy. And as we left, I was like, bro, how about the vet tech, right? And he was like, yeah, dude, she's freaking so fine. I was like, I knew you'd like her because she looks like a lesbian. So that's just my brother's type. So there's guys out there that like lesbian girls, like that lesbian energy, that slightly masculine boy energy. They're attracted to it. Maybe they're gay. I don't know. But they like that lesbian energy. And that's my brother. And I'm like, dude, that's a terrible type to have as a guy. That's the worst possible type to have as a guy, is like lesbian females. But I don't know. It is pretty consistent. That's not the only one. There's literally any girl he's ever attracted to. It's usually, he's like, oh yeah, no, she's actually lesbian. I'm like, bro, you gotta find girls that aren't lesbians, because the ones that are not gonna want to date you. So he's in a rough spot, that's for sure. Oh, good shit. Yeah, I don't know, Annie. I just don't know. Life has been absolutely crazy, but I've been more open to the universe this last 6 months than I ever have. So I've been less stressed about it. Oh, yeah, I can imagine. It's a nightmare when I have gay teenagers in the chat. Yeah, I mean, I just don't even know. I know that I am gay dudes types. That's for sure, because I get hit on all the time. And maybe it's because I emanate like slightly feminine energy, and I usually dress decently well, and like I do like house music, so I'm always in clubs. There's always gay clubs throwing house shows, so maybe that's a part of it. But I don't know. I'm really popular in the gay community on the other end. But yeah, I don't know. I tried it. It wasn't for me. Just not my bag, baby. Are you still dating your girl? You guys still long distancing? I swear every time I come on with like an agenda or like a purpose for my live, I never stick to it. So I should stop doing that. I should just go live like once a week and just see what happens. Is that what you do? You have bragging rights. So true. Bragging rights for sure. Annie, what do you do in order to prepare? Like, well, you do a pretty good job of just being able to like play guitar and fucking hang out. Like, I don't know. Why is she scared to marry you? Have you asked her? Did you ask her specifically? Did you specifically ask her? Because you guys are on the Pacific Ocean over there, right? Is that the Pacific? Why don't I know the oceans? Well, that's your fault for having a plan in the first place, Annie. You got to live by the seat of your pants and just let it fly. That's what I've been trying to do. Shit. This whole job thing, I'm like, I don't want to do this. No, I'm good. And I've just been kind of letting the universe take me here and there. And just when I see an opportunity or something I think I want to jump on, I jump on it. And I don't know if you know what angel numbers are. I'm sure you do. But I have seen more angel numbers since I got fired from Enterprise than I've ever seen in my entire life in that short 6-month period. Even still, this morning I saw 1111. Every single day I see 222 on the clock. Usually the next time I see is 333. Like, it's just crazy the amount of triples that I see all the time and like these angel numbers that keep popping up. And Kim always says that that's like a little wink from the universe saying like, you're on the right path, you're doing the right thing. And that to me has been really fucking reassuring, like reaffirming in terms of not giving a fuck about my current predicament, I guess I'd say. But yeah, I don't know. I've been like, every time I try and plan shit out, it doesn't go to plan either. So I figured, why plan? It's not doing anything for me. And I really didn't want to go back to working in a corporate job. I knew it wouldn't work. But I am starting to get real desperate. My unemployment runs out at the end of this month. I don't get food stamps anymore at the end of this month. So everything's kind of ending all at once. So my desperation levels have hit an all-time high, that's for sure. So I've been donating plasma. It's kind of cool. I don't like blood. I don't like needles. I don't like donating plasma, if I'm being completely honest. But they do pay you $100 every time you do it. So I made $300 so far donating plasma. And I can know that it's going to a good cause. So that's good. I fucking hate it though. I literally hate it. And I got to go back and do it again tomorrow. Fuck. But if I don't, I won't be able to pay my bills. So I got to do it. So I don't know. But it's been good being free every day. Not having shit to do. I can go pick up my kid whenever I want. But not eating kind of sucks. I just don't eat as much. Been going to the gym a lot, trying to put on some weight. But it's hard to put on weight when you work out really hard and don't eat. So I don't know. It's not a good combo. Oh, just real quick, because this was my agenda. In that Sarah Boone trial, we found out that not only did she fucking throw his ass down the stairs while he was in the suitcase, but we found out that he did get in the suitcase like I thought. He put the flap over his body like I thought, but didn't zip it up like I thought. Then she came downstairs, saw he was in the suitcase, and basically was like, haha, fucker, I'm going to zip you in now. And she says they were having fun, laughing, joking, thought it was hilarious, but I can guarantee you no person in the world will think it's funny when you get zipped into a suitcase. Nobody. Not a single human being. Not even my 5-year-old son, who could easily fit into that suitcase. But yeah, so I swear, like, I knew the whole time that is what happened. They say they're playing fucking hide and seek. They say that they're talking, like, having a great ass day all day long. And yet, throughout the entire trial, she keeps talking about how, like, they have all these videos and all this evidence about how abusive George was to her. So then she goes from saying that they had the best day ever, they were laughing, joking, doing whatever, and Yeah, even if he was laughing, it was definitely a nervous laugh. Like, what the fuck are you doing? Please don't do this. I would literally have pooped myself. Like, you would have found me in that suitcase dead with poop in my pants. Multiples, because I would have pooped myself multiple times. That freaks me out so bad. I don't like small spaces. My dad used to, like, wrap me up in a blanket when I was a kid, and I'm still traumatized from that. Like, just the thought of it freaks me out. But I knew that she came downstairs. Maybe they were playing hide and seek. Maybe they weren't. I really don't. That's the only explanation for why he would have gotten in the suitcase to me, is that they were actually playing that. But I'm sure he was not thrilled to be in that suitcase. And then on top of everything else, there's videos of the neighbors. I don't know if you guys saw the short that I posted, but there's neighbors that testified that there was loud noises, not just like arguing and things hitting the walls. Like they heard something get sent down the stairs and then smash into the wall, and it like shook their whole apartment. And that to me was like, oh my God, she threw him. So not only did he get locked into a suitcase, he tried to get his hand out of the suitcase when she initially like zipped it up on him. And while he was trying to get his hand out and like get out of it, she took this baseball bat. Well, and she says she poked at him, but we know she just beat the fuck out of his hand. Get your asshole. You're not getting out of this suitcase. So that's where all these bruises, bumps, all these other things came from. And then the neighbors testified that they sent this suitcase, that she sent it down the fucking stairs. I can't even imagine what that's like. I sent my own suitcase completely empty down the stairs, and it was a pretty violent experience for the suitcase. And I can't imagine poor George going down the stairs. And it looked like they weren't like nice soft stairs either. It looked like they had like a wooden floor landing at the end of it. I don't know. The poor guy, he got locked in a suitcase, beaten the fuck up in the suitcase, and then left in the suitcase overnight to die and suffocate to death. Yeah, they literally said that they heard it go down the stairs. 2 different neighbors, actually. They interviewed 2 different neighbors that both lived next door to her, and they both heard them arguing like that entire day. And then at some point, the one guy says that he was talking on the phone with his girlfriend. He was on FaceTime, and at some point he heard this like sound, and he said it sounded like it was going from one side of the apartment to the other, as if something flew down the stairs. That's a pretty specific thing to hear. And like I've heard, like, if I slip down the stairs or like I fall down the stairs, you hear that, you know, things just hitting each step. And both of the roommates accounted it sounding like that. Like it sounded like something was going down the stairs from one side of the apartment to the other, and then ended in this giant boom, like rattle shaking of the apartment walls. And they said the walls are pretty thin, so I mean, it's not like they had like a hard time hearing anything. But yeah, that part to me was crazy. And so the whole trial, she was just trying to prove that like he was so abusive to her over the course of their entire relationship. And like that was the piece that I actually did kind of like see on her side, was he was super abusive. I mean, at one point he stabbed her in the leg for no reason at all. Like he was just super drunk. And then the video of him smashing the TV was a little bit unnerving. The only question I had though during that video was like, why was she filming him do it so casually? Like she was filming it as if it was just something they were doing that afternoon, and she was cool with it. Just like, yeah, smash the TV, that's cool. Like she didn't have any sort of anything to say. Like, no, that's my kid's TV. Like my kid's gonna be pissed. Like, fuck you. None of that. So I thought that was kind of weird, but you did get a very real sense of how abusive and like violent and just how much of a drunken mess George was. They both kind of were, but especially George. He seemed like just, he would get so drunk. He was just incoherent. He couldn't really speak. He couldn't stand up. He would just get like blackout fucked up. So I can imagine her having some feelings to where she felt like this battered woman. And like basically the way that they showed it is self-defense usually comes with this idea of like, someone's trying to kill me, so instead of letting them, I'm going to kill them. That's like one idea of self-defense. But this whole battered woman self-defense thing, this I guess I should say battered spouse. I shouldn't say battered woman. Battered spouse syndrome thing is more like you've put up with this treatment for so long, and this resentment and this hatred and this fire builds inside of you for so long because of your abuse, that when you finally are given an opportunity, then you act on it, which is kind of what had happened in Sarah Boone's case. Like she'd been abused for months up till this point, And it sounds like it was both of them. They go back and forth. Like she hits him, he hits her. They're both abusive to each other. They're just both drunken messes. And they just abuse each other verbally, physically. And over time, I could see her feeling that way about him. But at the same time, like I'm sure he felt similarly. Like she was equally as abusive. So honestly, yeah, it sounds like one of them was going to kill the other one way or the other. If it wasn't her getting killed by him from just being blackout drunk at some point, then she was going to kill him. I like that. That's very true, honestly. So freaking true, Annie. That was the craziest part to me. I just couldn't get past, like, I didn't want to believe that she really did. I thought that maybe she, like, having been a drinker, I was like, yeah, I mean, that makes sense. She got blackout drunk and passed out and forgot about him in the suitcase. Maybe they were just messing around. But during the trial, seeing all these things come out about how, like, malicious it actually was, and then seeing them, there was another video of them arguing even earlier in the night, that night. So like you can tell that it wasn't all fun and games like they said it was. At some point things took a dark turn, and probably once they got really drunk, because the earlier videos, they don't seem super drunk in the video. In fact, Sarah doesn't seem drunk at all in those videos. But then later on in the evening, they both are super wasted sounding. So I don't know. I really don't know. Alcohol does crazy things to people, and I know that firsthand. And so do you, Annie. So do you. It turns people into just different. It just makes them completely different. I'm so glad I don't drink anymore. Oh, Annie, big news. Your boy is no longer under the supervision of the state of motherfucking Colorado. I am no longer on probation. I have been free for, what day is it? 2 days now? I don't know. 1 day? 3 days? I've been off of probation. It's been 5 years I've been on probation. 5 long years. So, oh yeah, she was out smoking a cigarette while she was on the phone with 911. And she said she was doing compressions, but I don't think that she actually was. She was out back smoking. And then when the cops showed up, they were like, she kept saying like, hey, can I go get my cigarette? I want to go get my cigarette from the backyard. And I guess at some point she told her ex-husband, like, yeah, I've got a cigarette burning in the backyard. I need to get back there. So that's how they know, like, she went back. She was smoking a cigarette while she was calling the cops. But, yeah, she definitely was not doing any chest compressions. She knew he was dead. She knew there was no point. And what am I doing to it's, you know what the worst part about everything is? The worst part about everything for me is that my fucking addicted mind was immediately like, let's get some cocaine. That was the first thing my brain thought of. And as an addict, you constantly have to fight those thoughts and be like, well, no, dude. Like, what? Why? So obviously I'm not doing that. But that was like the first thing I thought of. I'm like, let's go freaking rage, dude. Like, I don't plan to drink again, but I still thought about doing other things. But no, it's just not for me anymore. I just can't do it. So I was like, what do I want to do to celebrate? Shit, I don't know. It's a good question. I don't have a lot of money right now to celebrate either, so I got to do something free. Maybe after school, Bodie and I can go do something. I don't know. I really don't know. Kim and I have been watching all the Harry Potter movies. That's been really nice. We've just been relaxing, hanging out at home a lot. She's always sick and tired, so I don't know. Maybe we could go to dinner or something just to celebrate. Shit, I don't know. Good question. But I had to call this morning and be like, yo, am I like really off probation? And she's like, yeah. I was like, oh, okay, cool. Thanks. It's been a long journey, I'll tell you that. It's been a long fucking journey. And calling every morning for like, it wasn't the whole 5 years, but I had to call every single morning that I woke up. I usually wake up at like 5:30 to do this, just to do this. I wake up, call in the drug testing place, put in my number. You do not have to test today. Cool. You actually have to test today. Okay, cool. So like putting up with that shit for like 5 years, off and on. I'd say in total, probably 3 years straight though. 3 years of calling in every day to see if you have to test for drugs, even though you don't do them. Like, I don't know, man. Sometimes the punishment doesn't fit the crime, but I mean, I guess it worked. I'm sober now and I don't do stupid shit anymore, so I guess it worked. Oh, dude, no way. You guys were watching it too? That's so weird. I wonder what's in the air. Why is everybody doing Harry Potter? Yeah, I'd read the books up until the 4th book, and then I hate reading, so I stopped after that. And that was right around the time when I went to college and actually had to read like textbooks. I didn't have time for fucking Harry Potter. So I never read the 5th book, but I always wanted to read the 5th through 8th books and before I watched the movie. So I stopped watching the movie. I read all the books, then watched the movies when they came out, but I stopped at 4. I didn't watch the 5th movie because I didn't want to watch it because I didn't read the book. So I just never knew what happened. I never knew what happened with Harry Potter. Shit. So I finally got to see what happened. It was a pretty insane story, and it gets a lot more adult towards the end of the series. Like, towards the end of the series, I'm like, wait, are we watching Lord of the Rings? What is this? Shit was crazy. And such a good story. I'm sad it's over. But now Kim's playing the video game because I have the Harry Potter video game. And when we originally both started playing it together, we were both like, yeah, I'm not really feeling it. But now that we just finished this whole marathon of movies, Kim was like, I'm definitely feeling it now. And she's really good at it. And Kim doesn't play video games. So it's kind of, it was cool that she's like playing and enjoying it. So I wasn't happy about that. Plus, she's going to be doing surgery soon. She's going to be out of commission for a while. So she's going to need that to keep her entertained. They might be making a show. That'd be sick. Yeah, I get that. Yeah, those books were freaking huge. I read the books up until the 4th one. The 3rd one was the best book in my opinion. I didn't read the last 4 books though, so I actually don't know if that was the best book. But in my opinion, that was the best up through that period of time. Dude, I can't wait. I hope they do make a show. Yeah, Kim is a queen. She really is. And she is the most like in tune, freaking self-aware person. And so that's why unfortunately she feels like it's all ovarian cancer and she feels like it's really bad news, but I'm trying to be hopeful. And like that's something I didn't realize. Like, for somebody who is struggling with a possible illness that could be really serious, to tell them that it's going to be okay is kind of invalidating. So I've been telling her, like, it's going to be okay. Everything's going to be good. We're going to figure it out. And that is not good. That just makes her feel worse. Makes her feel more scared and like things are going to be less okay. So I don't know, man. She's got a lot going on, but that girl really is a queen. She's dealing with a lot of bullshit right now. And she's been supporting me through my period of not working, and she supported my goal of trying to boost my YouTube channel up, even though everybody else was like, Nick, that's really stupid. You need to find another job. And I'm like, yeah, I mean, maybe, eventually, possibly, maybe, but like probably not. So like, fuck that. So I don't know. She's been super supportive. Couldn't ask for a better partner. Although we went through some shit recently. Like, it was kind of tough. We're now in couples counseling, which is good. I think we've needed that for a long time. But yeah, we hit this like period where it was just, I think the just stress of everything has been a lot. It's been overwhelming. Yeah, that's what I was telling her. Like, she's a strong ass woman. She can get through it. She freaking gave birth to a little human. So she went through that. She can go through other shit, I'm sure. That was the one thing she was most bummed about. We wanted to have another kid, but we didn't think. The doctor says she might be able to. It depends on what happens, but if they can save one of her ovaries, they will, which will allow us to have a kid, but we'll have to do it like right away. So like really forcing my hand on this one. But if not, then, you know, that's just the way it was meant to be. And our random ass decision to have a kid, even though we'd only been dating for like 1.5 to 2 years, actually was a great decision in retrospect, because now we got little Bodie and didn't have to worry about it causing complications or anything. And counseling, we've only done one session. It was not really more than just like explaining what, like, a lot of background stuff. But right after counseling, things have improved. Like, honestly, her and I have been doing great for the last 1.5 weeks. So I don't know if it was directly because of counseling. It has a lot to do with me realizing what she needs from me. We were getting into a lot of arguments because I felt like I was trying to be helpful and she was telling me I'm not being helpful. So yeah, I was just like, well, I'm just trying to be helpful. And she's like, well, you're not. And then that would start an argument. So that's what I was talking about, like having to learn that, like, you're invalidating sometimes when you think you're being helpful. And I didn't realize that. So I'm trying to put myself more in her shoes and think about, like, what does she need? Really, she just needs to talk and tell me how much it sucks. And it does suck. 1, 2, 3, 4. Nice. 12:34. I don't know how long I've been on here. Annie, literally, I'm so glad that you stopped in and hung out with me. Yeah, see, and I feel like, I don't know, we suck at communicating with each other somehow. And the thing with Kim is she's a very specific communicator. She communicates overly well, and sometimes that annoys me. And I think that's the part that gets to us, is because we know each other so well. She knows, even if I'm not trying to express that I'm annoyed by her, she can feel it, and she takes offense to it. So, yeah, I'm glad you made it to a live too, because I never go live. This was a once in a while kind of an opportunity. So, but this is my question, Annie. When you go live, do you plan out your lives? You just go live and just see what happens? Because that might be what I do from now on. Because I keep planning out my lives and I keep realizing, like, it never goes the way I want. I'm always like, oh, you got to have something to talk about. You got to have content. You got to have some sort of direction. You got to have something to bring people. No, that never is what happens. The last time I brought on some sort of topic to talk about, the guys all wanted to talk about my sobriety, and we didn't want to talk about my YouTube journey at all. So it was literally a waste of my time to plan out anything. Ooh, I like that. I like that. Yeah, because sometimes I'm like, oh, well, you told me you don't want solutions, and so I don't give her solutions. And then she's like, what, you don't have anything to say? You don't have any ideas? I'm like, well, I'm not, what? What? So I actually need to ask her that. That's a good thing to ask. That's a good fucking thing to ask. Hell yeah. Thanks, Annie. Yeah, I don't know. I've just been trying to be as comforting and supporting as possible. Well, I like that. See? I don't know. I'm going to start going in unplanned. I'm going to go in just straight up unplanned status. Unplanned parenthood status. Yeah, because I just don't know. Live freaks me out. I don't know why. I think I don't like the idea. Like, you at least have a good following, but that's because you do it regularly. So maybe if I make a weekly commitment to starting to go live. How often do you go live, Annie? Do you go live every day? You go live every day, don't you? God, I love I can vape on YouTube. Oh, and I wanted to ask you, are you monetizing your channel? I also rage bait the angry men so I can get boosted. Oh, that's funny. Yeah, well, you got to rage bait angry men because those guys literally will join and rage hard, and they'll boost you so hard. A few times a week. I wonder if I could do that. I bet I could. I don't know. I'm trying to figure out a schedule with it. Maybe I'll start with once a week and then go into more if I want to. I cut out one of my videos during the week because I felt like my monetization stuff was confusing the algorithm. Oh, not enough views. Even on your live streams, because don't your live streams count towards your view hours? I'm at 3,300 watch hours currently and 673 subscribers, I think. So I'm getting very close. And if I can get another video to pop off, fuck, I'd be literally one video away, but otherwise it's a slow grind. I post a lot of shorts. I've been trying to do one video a week, post shorts the rest of the week, and then just focus on the one video so I can actually focus on it and make it like a good quality, factually based, in-depth story. And man, I don't know if you saw my post. I got to go see Annie Ellie. She did like a live true crime thing up in Denver, and I got to meet her. And God, she's as beautiful in person as she is online, but and so is her fucking sister. But yeah, she talked about how she goes from start to finish of an idea to being recorded and posted is like a 4-week process. And I was like, damn, like I need to start getting a process in place for my videos. Like I've got a schedule kind of, but it's very much based on one video per week. I want to get to a point where I'm cranking out videos to where I'm ahead of schedule like she does. So I don't know. It's a lot to do. It's a lot of work, and the research takes a lot. And then I have to write out I don't really write out a script. I just write out an outline, and then I just talk. No joke, you would. I swear to God. I have a Oh, dude, I love Annie Ellie. She's the best. She's my favorite. Yeah, if you went live in a bikini, you would literally get monetized probably tomorrow morning. So, I don't know what it is. I don't know why guys are such creeps and why they're so into that stuff online, but like, it does. It works. And I mean, I've got a friend. She's a porn star. She does porn stuff all the time, and she's amazingly popular. She doesn't really even have to post anything. She just posts a picture of her looking hot. She gets thousands of fucking likes on it. I'm like, what? If I post a picture of me looking hot, nobody comments on it. They're just like, why is this guy posting a picture of himself? Like, what the fuck? Yeah, I'm trying to find a way to help. I don't know. Like, I just didn't like the whole idea of telling people how to be sober. I didn't like the whole idea of telling people how to live their life. That's just not me. I don't even like telling me how to live my life. Like, I like to be like, if people have questions, I'm happy to answer them. If people want to know more about my journey, I'm happy to answer them. I am still writing my book. It's slow, but it is coming along. I'm like 40 pages in, which is more than I've written in a long time. But I just didn't like telling people like, you need to get sober. You need to do, that's just not my personality. So I was like, how can I bring sobriety to the table in a more interesting, entertaining fashion that will open up a conversation about it more? So, oh yeah, it's definitely a weird double-edged sword. I'd 100% agree with that. So I don't know, Annie. I've been enjoying. I like the true crime thing. I don't know. I guess I've gotten some good validating feedback from some friends and family too. So people told me like I've heard more times since I started this that I found my niche or I found my like my calling or whatever since I started doing these YouTube videos than I've ever heard in my life. So, oh, you're good. I'm honestly thinking I'm gonna hop off, Annie, because I gotta go do some shit before I go pick up Bodie. So I honestly wasn't even sure how long I'd be on, but you encourage me to keep talking because I love talking with you. I hope you know that. You're like one of my all-time favorite humans. And I haven't even truly met you before. I love that. Hopefully you're doing something fun for Halloween. I don't know what I'm going to do for Halloween. I want to know what you're going to be for Halloween. That's what I want to know. Who else is in here? We got 3 people in here. Yo, who else is in here? Make yourself known. What are you going to be for Halloween? I do really like this OBS software. This is cool. This is a nice way to go live. Yeah, it's funny how the world is like that anymore. Yeah, that's what I don't know who the fuck else is in here, but you know what? Thanks for joining. Ooh, we got 2 more people in here now. See, literally, Annie, every time, does this happen to you? Every time I'm thinking about getting off, people get on. People start like jumping in, and they're like, "Oh yeah, cool. This guy's getting off. Let's watch." That happens almost every single time I try to get off. I don't know why, but it's like you say I'm gonna get off, and so YouTube's like, wait, no, no. I swear everything's listening to you now. All right. Oh, Annie, what are you gonna be for Halloween? That's what I want to know. Bodie came up with this awesome idea because Chapo looks just like the Target dog, and there's a Target dog costume, so he wanted to be Chapo for Halloween. So we're gonna be all of our pets this Halloween. I'm gonna be our tortoise, and Kim's gonna be our other dog, Chester. So we're gonna be a bunch of animals walking around getting candy. I love Halloween. It's the best fucking holiday. The episode I just did about Esteban, I talked about the history of Halloween. That was kind of interesting. I didn't know any of that stuff. So it's like my YouTube channel is not only beneficial for me telling stories to other people, but like I learn a lot doing this stuff. I love the research piece of it. And like I don't read books, but the amount of research reading that I do is like pretty crazy. I do a lot of reading of court cases. Very, very boring reading. Fairly boring. And fucking court jargon is so annoying. Literally like, okay, we get it every time I'm reading something from the courts. The thing I need to get better about is finding out how to make public records requests from courthouses so I can actually get real records from the court cases, like arrest records and stuff. That's my next big move. I'm trying to figure that piece out. I'm going to do it at my local courthouse first, and I'm going to focus on the Letitia Stout case because that happened in my city. And so if I can get some, I actually know the attorney that represented her, and so I reached out to him, and he hasn't fucking reached back out to me, so I'm kind of pissed. But I'm gonna call him again and be like, "Yo, dude, look, I need your help." We'll see what he does. But if I can get some documents for that case, that'll open up my confidence levels to be able to apply to other counties outside of mine for some court documents, so I can have like sourced information that other people don't have. And that's how you get those pictures that you can't find online. You know what I mean? Shit you got to blur out, man. I want to be blurring shit out on my channel, and like right now I can't because everything I post is already PC and like PG and been edited properly. I want to be able to edit some stuff that is risky, man. Like I want some crazy photos and stuff that I can show in my stories, and like information people don't necessarily know. And right now the best way I've gotten that is just through watching trials. But oh my God, dude, trials are long. You know how long a trial is? It's days. It's multiple days, 8-hour days. Some of them, the Letitia Stout trial, I think was a 2-week, almost a month-long trial. 8 hours a day for like 3 to 4 weeks. So that's so much information to go through. And in 1 week, you can't listen to all of that. And summaries just don't do it. Sometimes that's the only way to get the best information is from listening to the trials, because that's when they present all of the evidence. So I don't know. That's what I've been doing lately, is listening to trials. And there's a lot of good ones, so I follow a lot of trial YouTube channels right now. You should see my YouTube feed. It's just it's a bunch of weird shit. It's We Subscribe videos and court cases nonstop, and then more We Subscribe videos. If you guys don't know what We Subscribe is, please subscribe, because I honestly thought that the We Subscribe channel was going to blow up faster than my channel. It's just such a unique, quirky idea. I was like, it's got to blow up, dude. Not yet. Not quite yet. People just don't understand and appreciate the value and importance of subscribing and what it means to be a subscriber, I guess. But I'm really looking forward to today's video with my brother. Hopefully he's going to get down here soon. Haas, are you in this live? Is that you, the other person? Probably not. Oh, all right, Annie. Well, I'm going to get off. I got to get some shit done. Maybe hit the gym before I pick up Bodie. So I'm really glad I got to talk to you, though. Thanks for stopping in to my live stream. I'm going to try and make it a weekly thing. Maybe instead of posting on maybe Sundays. What's the best day to go live, Annie? You would know. You're the live expert. Because I feel like maybe Sunday. People are off. People are available. Yeah, it was super nice to see you, Annie. I'll have to stop in one of your lives. I don't know when you go live because I seem to always miss it. But yeah, I definitely will. Next time I see you live, I'll be stopping in. I think I'm going to try and go live on Sunday, though. Maybe that'll be the best day. I'm already home most of the time. Most other people will be. They could sit there and just hang out. Yeah, work. God, I'm not stoked to have to go back to work. It has been a really nice break from working. Getting fired and going on unemployment is awesome. I highly recommend it. If you haven't done it, highly recommend it. Well, I'll keep tabs on it because I'll be doing a lot of filming with my brother, but if I see you live, I'll stop in for sure and say, what's up? Saw, dude. Saw, dude. Hello, what's up, dude? Annie, always a pleasure to see you, though. And, yeah, I hope you're good. Yeah, look at this. Look at this. I got 5 people in here now for no reason. Yeah, you should try and get fired for sure. It's like a really good strategic way to find a new job. Because otherwise you can't get unemployment. So, you know, it's just, just like start punching employees or something. Yeah, I'll have fun with my brother. Check back for a new We Subscribe video to be posted likely tomorrow. Likely. We'll see how fast I get on it. But anyways, love you, Annie. Love you, everybody else that's in the chat that didn't recognize themselves. I don't know who else is in here, but thank you guys for joining me. And I'll see you possibly next Sunday. Let's do that. Let's plan it. If I plan it now, I can't go back on it. next Sunday, live. You are going to find me right here, live as fuck, next Sunday. Oh, and hell yeah, I'll make sure I send some love her way too for you. But send some love to Kate as well, and tell her that, I don't know, tell her she needs to marry you. Tell her Nick says she needs to just stop being lame and just say yes already, okay? But love you, Annie. I'll talk to you later. I'll catch you on your live.